Welcome back to another edition of Stuff You Don't Usually See. My guest this time, Kendra Davis. She's back. Kendra Davis is the events coordinator for Visit College Station, our tourism division. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So I know you're busy.
Yes, right? I am.
So we're going to talk about all things Christmas in College Station. We're going to do that for radio. Before we get started with that, any good anecdotes from the Thanksgiving break? Anything to share?
Not really. I survived.
You did okay?
I did okay. Made it back in one piece.
Did you stay here?
I didn't. I went home to see my family. They're up in the Panhandle. So that's about a 7-hour trek up there.
Just a day trip.
Just a day trip, right?
Oh.
It takes a full day to get up there.
How was the weather?
It was pretty chilly, but not terrible.
Okay.
Now, Christmas might be a different story. It's usually pretty blizzardy up there, kind of wintry, so not what we get down here in College Station anyways.
That is a rough part of the state.
It is, yep.
God bless you people from the Panhandle.
No. Oh. We're pretty much Yankees.
Seriously?
We're so far up there.
That is a harsh area.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, glad you had a good time.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, let's do this for real for the radio station.
Okay,
Here
sounds good.
Well, thank you and good morning. My guest today is Kendra Davis. Kendra is events coordinator for Visit College Station. That is the tourism division for the city of College Station. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I know you are super swamped right now because you are all things Christmas in College Station.
Yep.
You've got events coming up. You're trying to not only promote it to folks in this community, but throughout Texas, really?
Yes.
To get them to come here and make College Station their Christmas destination.
Absolutely.
So tell me about the events that are coming up.
Yeah, so we have a lot, so bear with me. I'm going to try to squeeze it all in this time that we have. So we actually kick things off this weekend, which is the 12th and the 12/3 and 12/4 from 6 to 10 p.m. at Christmas in the Park. So that's something that we've been doing for years. It's hosted by our Parks and Recreation Department, and it allows people to drive through, see these beautiful lights. There's tons of them. I don't even know exactly how many are out there.
Over a million lights
Yeah, over a
there.
million. So this particular weekend, they actually have some added things that aren't usually out there. So there'll be pictures with Santa, some kid-friendly activities, hot chocolate. All that to say, there's a lot going on just this past weekend with everything. But then the next weekend, 12/11 from 4 to 8, Visit College Station kicks things off with Howdy Holidays at Northgate.
Yeah.
So we actually had that last year, and it performed so well that we're bringing it back. Last year we had around 25 vendors out there set up on the promenade. This year I'm excited to say that we have over 60. So we've tripled in size pretty much as far as the amount of vendors that are going to be there. So this is just a great way for people to come experience Northgate. That's not just nightlife. It is our bar district, but we actually create this event to make it more kind of family friendly. People of all ages can come out, get some Christmas shopping done. We have pictures with Santa on the back porch of the Dixie Chicken. We'll have an ice skating rink out there that's actually free for people to participate in. Various photo opportunities. We'll have like an inflatable snow globe. You can actually get inside of it and take pictures. Live music from some local artists. And then we actually implemented a sip and shop this year for those 21 and up. That is ticketed. Ticket sales have closed. But that is a way for our bars to get involved for those that are 21 and older. Really gets those people inside those bars to get a festive type sample, and hopefully will want to purchase something more to kind of hone into that more economic impact. I think that's something we saw last year was how do we get the bars more involved. So that's why we implemented that for this year.
Yeah. Well, let me circle back to the vendors. You said there are about 60-ish vendors or so. Can you give me an idea of the kinds of things that are going to be represented out there by those vendors?
Any and everything you can imagine. So we typically bring in like a lot of artisans. So these people do these as like a hobby, or this is their hobby, or maybe their full-time job. So really it's handcrafted, curated items, can range anywhere from bath and body items like lotion, soaps. There's wood makers. There's people that will be selling their items that they make on their farms, so vegetables. So it's really like a farmers and artisan market type type crowd, if you will. So really, it's just a great opportunity for people to come out and get some Christmas shopping done and get them from like locally sourced people. I think that's what makes it so unique is you can't really find these things on a store, on a store shelf or anything like that.
Yeah. And for people who may be a little intimidated about parking in
Yes.
Northgate, I know we've got the parking garage. Will the surface lot behind the Dixie Chicken and so forth, is that going to be available for parking as well, or are you going to stage vendors there?
Yes, so the surface lot is available for parking, and any additional parking can be found in the Northgate parking garage.
Okay.
So there is sufficient amount of parking for people.
Short walk.
Yes, short walk, and it is free. So the surface lot will be free, and I believe we're going to make the garage free as well.
Oh, that's perfect.
For that time period, so people don't have to worry about paying. And since we're going to have so many vendors there, we typically don't make them pay either. So it's just really a great way to come out, experience a free event, make some great Christmas memories at Northgate.
And you're not competing with a football game?
Nope, no football game, finally.
Okay. So that's Howdy Holidays.
Yes.
Is the next one coming up the Dine Around at Jones Crossing?
Dine Around Jones Crossing is the next weekend, so that's 12/18 from 5 to 8 p.m. That's at Jones Crossing, so that's one of our newer entertainment districts. We don't really call it an entertainment district, but that's kind of what it's becoming. It's got a nice green area with a stage, so you can bring blankets, bring your friends, your family, sit out there, listen to some live music. We will have live music that day, and the whole purpose of this one is to allow people to purchase a ticket that gets them access to 10 or more samples from the businesses at Jones Crossing. So you can purchase a ticket until December 8th. Those are $15, and those 10 and under are $8. So you'll purchase your ticket, you'll get prompted to download your digital passport, and that passport has all of the participating restaurants and businesses listed out. So on the day of the event, you'll take that around, and as you go around and get your samples, you'll redeem every offering. So it's just a way for people to experience what Jones Crossing has to offer, because there's been so many new things that have come about in that area in the past year.
Now, how do people get the passport and arrange for tickets and the whole thing?
So you can find all of that information on our website. It's christmasncs.com.
Okay.
There's a listing on our website that will take you directly to the tickets, and we also have a Facebook event for it as well if you're into social media. It's Dine Around Jones Crossing, and as I mentioned, those are on sale until December 8th, and based on that, how many tickets we've sold at that point, stay tuned, because we might be selling tickets on site. But I would recommend buying your tickets ahead of time just in case.
Yeah, I imagine that's going to be pretty popular.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so that covered Dine Around Jones Crossing.
Yes.
Holiday Artisan Market at Century Square?
Yep, that's the very next day.
Okay.
So we got two back to back essentially. So that's on 12/19. That's a Sunday from 12 to 4 p.m. at Century Square. And that is Century Square is another one of our larger entertainment districts in town. They've got a ton of shopping, a ton of dining options. They've also got a pretty large green area, and that's what we'll be utilizing for the artisan market. So we have over 30 vendors that'll be set up there. Again, these are your like local artisans, farmers, people selling those handcrafted items. Again, another great opportunity to get some Christmas shopping done. And parking is free at Century Square on Sundays. So they have their surface lot parking, and then they have their parking garage as well for any overflow. But another awesome addition to that is the businesses and restaurants at Century Square. Some of them will be offering specials and discounts for the event.
Oh, good.
And we'll also be doing a book drive that day for United Way of the Brazos Valley. So the city staff currently is donating books internally, and then that day we'll actually be handing them out to kids that are at the event.
That sounds like a great event.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who doesn't go to Century Square because she says she is intimidated by the parking scenario.
Yes.
This is just a personal thing. And I keep saying, you really shouldn't be, because the garage is so easy. Pull in, park for free, and just, hop downstairs and you're in the middle of everything.
Yep.
So if anybody has that same sort of feeling, that dread, like, I don't know where to park, I just won't go. Put that aside, because parking really is very easy and affordable.
Yes.
And it's easy to get in and easy to get out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will echo all of that. And it isn't a far walk.
No.
Once you're in the garage, you're pretty much right there.
Yes.
And it's actually a nice little walk to, just walk around the shopping center and see what's open and see what's available. So I personally always park in the garage because during the weekday you do have to pay. Again, it's not very much, but I enjoy parking in the garage. It gets you a nice little walk. You get to walk around the area, see what's open, see if anybody has any deals or specials going on. So definitely don't be intimidated by that.
So everything you just talked about, Howdy Holidays at Northgate, the Dine Around at Jones Crossing, and the Holiday Artisan Market at Century Square, all of that information and really more falling under the Christmas in College Station umbrella, all of that is at a single website, right?
Yes. So all of that and more, as you mentioned, is on christmasncs.com. So we'll be updating that throughout the season. Any other additional events that come about that we already don't know about will also be on there. So these are just events that the city hosts internally. So this isn't even a sliver of what all is going on for the Christmas season in College Station. So there really is so much more to do. Obviously, we want you to come out and enjoy these events, but also see what else is going on in College Station as well.
Absolutely. So if you have family or friends who are planning on coming to visit you here in Aggieland during the holidays, point them to christmasncs.com because there is more there than you would expect.
Yes, and there's also deals and specials that you can partake in at businesses in town and also at our Santa certified hotels. So if you have family coming in, you don't want them staying at your house, send them to the hotels. You can get a special rate for the holiday season. So there's really so much that we have going on, and I really hope everyone enjoys it and gets to take advantage of it.
Okay, so did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, get back to work. You don't have time to be here.
No.
Seriously, thank you very much for joining me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You bet. And thank you guys for letting us come on and talk about the city of College Station. And that is stuff you don't usually see. Okay. We covered a bunch.